If Meghan Markle really believed Hollywood would roll out a red carpet for her every step of the way, reality has just slapped harder than any palace scandal. And oh, this one stings. The whispers are everywhere. From Beverly Hills soirees to Buckingham's hushed drawing rooms, the gossip is deafening. Netflix, the very giant that once showered Meghan and Harry with money, has yanked the rug from beneath them. Their glossy, family-centered Christmas special? Scrapped, cancelled, budget pulled. And where did the money go? Straight into Victoria Beckham's high-glam documentary. Yes, you read that right. Posh Spice herself is now Netflix's chosen queen, and Meghan is fuming. This isn't just a budget shuffle. No, darling, this is public humiliation, neatly disguised as business priorities. In Hollywood speak, that means Meghan and Harry are no longer the golden couple, no longer the streaming cash cows. Numbers don't lie, and Netflix has been looking closely. And if we're being brutally honest, the numbers have not been kind to Meghan and Harry's so-called brand. Their projects made noise, sure, but lasting buzz, the viral wildfire Netflix craves, never came. It fizzled like flat champagne. Meanwhile, Victoria Beckham sparkles like a diamond in the LA sun. She's iconic, polished, untouchable, still dripping with that Spice Girls stardust money can't buy. A fashion mogul, a carefully curated image machine, and above all, she sells glamour like no one else. Viewers want her. Sponsors chase her. Netflix sees dollar signs in every inch of her flawless silhouette. And Meghan? She simply can't compete. Let's call it what it is. Meghan thought she was stepping out of Buckingham Palace straight into Hollywood royalty. She imagined tiaras swapped for Oscars, palace drama replaced by blockbuster premieres, and royal duty traded for Hollywood freedom. But here's the reality. Hollywood has its own monarchy. And right now, Victoria Beckham outranks Meghan Markle. It's one thing to be overshadowed by Kate Middleton in Britain, but to be shoved aside by Posh Spice in Los Angeles? Even Meghan's most loyal defenders didn't see that twist coming. The timing makes it brutal. That Christmas project was meant to be their big comeback, a warm, family-focused rebrand after months of negative press and awkward appearances. It was supposed to scream, "We're still relevant." Instead, Netflix basically told them, "Sorry, sweethearts. Victoria Beckham is more interesting than your holiday fairy tale." And let's not forget, Meghan and Victoria have history. Frosty rumors swirled years ago about makeup artists, fashion tips, and behind-the-scenes shade. Those whispers never fully died. And now, with Netflix choosing Victoria, it feels like Hollywood has picked its queen. And spoiler alert, it isn't Meghan. Can you imagine Meghan's rage? This is a woman who walked away from royal life promising independence, freedom, a career on her own terms. She thought America would crown her. Instead, she's scrambling for scraps, while another British woman with 20-year-old pop hits is treated like the crown jewel. For Meghan, this isn't just frustrating, it's humiliating. Here's the bigger picture. Netflix is not sentimental. They don't care about Meghan's tears over tabloids, palace feuds, or carefully crafted victim narratives. They care about numbers. They care about cultural impact. They care about what keeps subscribers hooked. And right now, Victoria Beckham delivers. Nostalgia, glam, family intrigue, everything Hollywood adores tied in a chic designer bow. The market has spoken. Meghan's shine is dimming. And poor Harry, he's caught in the fallout. He followed Meghan to California, defended her through every storm. But Hollywood isn't the monarchy. Loyalty doesn't buy protection here. If Netflix believes Victoria Beckham pulls better numbers, they'll drop Meghan faster than yesterday's headlines. That's business. And it burns. Remember when Meghan and Harry were sold as Hollywood's power couple? When Spotify, Netflix, and publishers threw millions at them, convinced they'd found the next Diana 2.0 and her prince. That illusion is shattering. Spotify already dropped them after their podcast flopped. Their book deals didn't create shockwaves. And now Netflix is quietly shifting its affection to Posh Spice. Victoria Beckham, of all people, has become Meghan's Hollywood nightmare. Not because Victoria chased it, but because she embodies everything Meghan wanted to be. Adored by fans, respected in fashion, admired by producers. A media darling who glides through scandals untouched. Meghan wanted that crown. Instead, she's watching Victoria wear it. The optics? Savage. And to rub salt in the wound, Netflix didn't just say no. They took Meghan's dream project's budget and handed it to Victoria Beckham, the very woman Meghan once kept at arm's length. Can you imagine the sting? It's like losing the crown jewels and then watching your frenemy flaunt them on the red carpet. Hollywood insiders are already whispering, Meghan's reputation is slipping. Words like difficult, demanding, not worth the budget are circling boardrooms and inboxes. And let me tell you, once that reputation sticks, doors slam shut fast. Think about it. Spotify's gone, Netflix is pivoting. The novelty of ex-royals in America has worn off. Meghan and Harry aren't the shocking fresh story anymore. They're yesterday's gossip. If Meghan thought she could milk the royal exit forever, Netflix just proved her wrong in the harshest way. The optics are disastrous. Victoria Beckham, gliding in her chic gowns with effortless poise, is crowned Hollywood's darling. Meghan, who fought tooth and nail to control her narrative, looks like she's losing the script all over again. Critics will call it overplaying her hand, believing her own hype, expecting Hollywood to bend around her. And the worst part? The public might agree. Even Harry, once their golden ticket, may not be enough to save this sinking ship. Prince Harry, without the royal machinery behind him, is discovering his star power has limits. Hollywood isn't buying nostalgia and titles anymore. They want hits. And right now, the Sussexes simply aren't delivering them. For Meghan, this isn't just about a cancelled Christmas special. It's about her entire brand. She left the monarchy to prove she could be bigger, freer, more successful on her own terms. But with every rejection, Spotify, now Netflix, she's starting to look less like a global icon and more like a cautionary tale. And Victoria Beckham? She didn't even have to fight for it. She didn't demand, tantrum, or overreach. She just kept her image spotless, her family united, her fashion line thriving, and Hollywood rewarded her. Meanwhile, Meghan is left seething from the sidelines, watching someone else live the dream she thought was hers. The whispers in Beverly Hills are merciless. Meghan overplayed her hand. She thought the world would orbit around her forever. She's lost the plot. And while her PR team scrambles to spin a new narrative, Netflix's decision speaks louder than any press release. Meghan Markle, the woman once thought untouchable, has been replaced. And not just by anyone, but by posh spice. Here's the brutal truth. Meghan believed Hollywood would hand her the crown. Instead, it snatched it away and placed it on Victoria Beckham's head with a smile. And the humiliation isn't just professional, it's deeply personal. Meghan staked everything on this American reinvention. She wanted to prove she was bigger than the monarchy, stronger than the tabloids, untouchable in star power. But now she's being rejected not by Buckingham, but by the very industry she thought would protect her. That sting runs deeper than any palace slight. Netflix's snub is more than a budget shuffle. It's a flashing red signal to Hollywood. Meghan Markle isn't worth the gamble. And in this town, reputations spread like wildfire. Studios whisper. Producers gossip. Executives trade notes. Once the word flop sticks to your name, good luck scrubbing it off. Think about the optics. Meghan and Harry strutted into Hollywood like they were untouchable. They signed monster deals. Spotify, Netflix, publishing houses, all convinced they were buying the hottest property on the market. And for a hot second, everyone believed it. People tuned into their docu-series out of curiosity. The book stirred headlines, but then the shine wore off. The hype fizzled. And in Hollywood, nothing is deadlier than losing the buzz. Now look at Victoria Beckham. She's not begging for sympathy or oversharing sob stories. She's serving luxury, family values, fashion dominance, and Spice Girls nostalgia, all in one elegant package. She's aspirational, not controversial. Glamorous, not chaotic. That's what audiences crave. Netflix knows it. Advertisers know it. The industry knows it. And Meghan, she's left stewing in the shadows as the spotlight drifts further away. Insiders say Meghan's demands shocked Netflix execs. She allegedly pushed for not only a bigger budget, but also more control, insisting her personal narratives dominate the screen. But here's the problem. Viewers saw through it. They didn't want glossy staging. They wanted rawness, authenticity, something real. Instead, Meghan delivered self-serving content, and audiences rolled their eyes. The authenticity she promised felt fake. So when she marched in asking for more millions, Netflix execs reportedly laughed her out of the room. Instead, they funneled that money straight into Victoria Beckham's sleek documentary. Just like that, Meghan's Hollywood dream took another brutal hit. For Meghan, this isn't a mere setback. It's an identity crisis. Her brand was built on the idea that she could outshine, outsmart, and outmaneuver everyone, from royals to press. But Hollywood has called her bluff. The narrative of Meghan the victim doesn't sell anymore. The tears, the confessions, the palace grievances, they've lost their shine. Audiences are tired. They want something fresher, lighter, aspirational, and Victoria delivers it effortlessly. Let's not forget, Meghan prides herself on control, on crafting her image, on directing her story. But this is control slipping through her fingers. This is Hollywood reminding her she's replaceable. And to be replaced by Victoria Beckham of all people, that must feel like the ultimate betrayal, because Meghan once saw herself as Diana's spiritual successor, a woman destined to captivate the world while writing her own story. Instead, she's being overshadowed by posh spice. That's not just a fall from grace. It's a nosedive. And Harry, poor Harry. He stood by her, defended her at every turn. But Hollywood isn't the monarchy. There are no titles here, no bloodlines to guarantee security. If you don't produce, you're gone. Even Harry's royal name can't stop Netflix from cutting its losses. He's learning the hard truth. Loyalty doesn't matter in this town. Results do. The whispers are turning cruel. Meghan Markle thought her rival was Kate Middleton. Turns out she couldn't even compete with Victoria Beckham. Imagine that headline plastered everywhere. Meghan Markle, outshone by a Spice Girl. So what's next? Does Meghan launch a counterattack, spinning this into another victim saga? Or does she retreat, regroup, and gamble on another rebrand? The problem is, we've seen this cycle before. Another tell-all, another sob story, another PR push. And each time the returns shrink, the sympathy wears thinner. If she doesn't reinvent herself soon, Meghan risks the fate she fears most: irrelevance. And in Hollywood, irrelevance is a death sentence. Meanwhile, Victoria Beckham sits poised, polished, barely lifting a finger, and still wins. She didn't claw her way here. She simply stayed consistent, glamorous, professional, and Hollywood rewarded her. That's what cuts Meghan deepest, because deep down, she knows Netflix has chosen its queen. And it isn't her. The message is clear. Meghan Markle is no longer Hollywood's main event. She's not at the top. She's not even in the middle. She's sliding dangerously close to the bottom. Unless she reinvents herself, and fast, she risks being remembered not as the woman who conquered royalty in Hollywood, but as the cautionary tale who lost it all. The gossip world is buzzing louder than ever. Victoria Beckham is rising. Meghan Markle is raging. And Netflix has made its choice. That's the bombshell, darling, and it's not going away.